Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Nova Rain, and today we're covering a new legal development in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. A lawsuit has been filed by Sebastian's father against the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and a Tennessee state agency. According to publicity reported court filings, the lawsuit alleges that mistakes and failures occurred during the investigation into Sebastian's disappearance. It's important to remember that this is a civil lawsuit. It does not mean anyone has been charged with a crime, nor does it mean investigators have solved Sebastian's disappearance. At this time, Sebastian is still missing. There have been no public announcements that he has been found. The case is still active, though. Cases like this often raise difficult questions. Families want answers. Investigators face enormous challenges, and the public continues to hope that new evidence will eventually bring clarity. The lawsuit may provide additional information through the court processes, but we'll have to wait and see how it develops. And it's not showing my chats on my screen, so I'm going to try to see if I can find it. Haven't been able to. The last live stream, I didn't have the chat where I could see what your comments were. Okay. Okay, so if it let me, I found it. So I'm gonna see if I can go to the chat. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'd like to be able to see your comments and be able to talk back with you guys. Okay, I've got it pulled up on the screen, so hopefully if there's any comments, hopefully it'll pop up for us. Okay, we'll get back to the case. And as always, I encourage everyone to separate verified facts from rumors. There's been a great deal of speculation online, but it's important to rely on official documents and credible reporting whenever possible. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you believe the lawsuit could reveal information about the investigation that the public hasn't seen before? And please keep the discussion respectful, especially towards Sebastian and his family. Because, it is just, I know there's been a lot of rumors out there, but, there's nothing that we can, prove. I also wanted to mention, I was watching a streamer yesterday, and they had found to where this, it's an older guy. He posted it on YouTube. And I don't know how he knows this information, but he was saying he knew exactly where Nancy Guthrie, was buried. I would think that, the FBI would, call him back or something, if that was actually the case. But it's a guy named Richard Alvery, I think it was. But yeah, he's got a video on YouTube, and he's saying, "Hi Gooner, how are you?" And he's saying that he knows exactly who did it and where she is. But like I said, I think the FBI would, check that out, if they thought it was a serious thing. If they thought it was credible, I'll put it that way. They thought the information he had was credible. Thank you for joining, Gooner. Hey, Kyra, how are you? We're just talking about the Sebastian Rogers case where his father filed the lawsuit. He filed a lawsuit against Sumner County Sheriff's Office and a Tennessee state agency. And also, I was telling everyone else that I was watching a streamer yesterday on YouTube, and he had found a video where this older man says that he knew exactly where Nancy Guthrie was buried. And that guy has a video on YouTube, and he said he knew who it was, but, if it was credible, I believe, the FBI would have contacted him back, and they would have already, checked everything out, but that's, my opinion. And so what do you all think? Do you think do you think this lawsuit will open up would reveal information about the investigation that the public hasn't seen before on Sebastian Rogers, where his father filed this lawsuit? Do you think that we'll find out some new information about the case? Hey, Janet, how are you this morning? Well, this afternoon. It's already, where I'm at, it's already 12 p.m. I got up this morning and took care of my baby dogs. Got them fed and everything. And I didn't have to work today, thank God. Hey, working Garnet, I think. How are you? But got up and done that, and then I came in here and paid some bills. Unfortunately, that's where them paychecks go, bills. And well, also I'm glad that Walmart has dropped some things, the price of some things. Hey, Michael, Digital Dad, how are you? I drink Coke, and they dropped that to $9 and something, a 24 pack, so that was great. Oh, and I also noticed, which I haven't seen it advertised, my son, I buy him the Uncrustables, and usually, like for the 10 in a box, and I think they're $6 and something now. Usually they're $9 and $10, so that's encouraging. Hopefully more things drop. That might help us, help all of us. The price of groceries, if they drop, and the price of fuel, because it seems like everything has, just went up, and it makes it harder on people. Hi, Zach. I'm glad you guys are here today. But anyway, that's what I've been doing today, paying bills, taking care of my puppies, and I gotta go here soon. Like I said, I'm not working today, but I'm gonna work. I'm gonna go take a shower and then go out and spark this afternoon. And hopefully, be able to make a little extra money up for my vacation that's coming up soon. And I've been working all week, guys. And hey, Trixie, how are you? I've been working all week, and I found this a few days ago. I guess it may have been the day that it came out. That Sebastian's dad had filed the lawsuit, Seth Rogers. But where I was working all week, I hadn't had an opportunity to be able to come in here and get to talk to you guys. So I'm sorry that it's a little late, but I have been, doing some research. Hey, James. Hey, I think it was Shelly I seen. Well, come on in, welcome. But yeah, I have, been trying to do some research too, like in my downtime. Hey, Tammy. On the cases that we've been following. And I guess, I don't know if you guys seen the short that I made for Renata's Law. That case, it didn't get to go to trial. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. I know it was like, it happened not very far from my house, just a few miles from where I live. And it was in Macon, Kentucky. And what I heard, at first, he tried to say that a dresser had fell over on her. But her mother and others, it looked, they seemed to think that she had been, beat up and abused and stuff. And he ended up taking a plea deal. And let's see, he got 19 years in prison, took the plea deal. But her family didn't want that. They were requesting the death penalty. And so they didn't even get a trial for that. The guy, took the plea deal for 19 years in prison. And so now the mother is trying to get this law passed, Renata's Law, where just like, how someone who's been convicted, of a crime. I'm trying to say this, and watch the way I say it because, of the guidelines and stuff. Hey Blake, how are you? Welcome, come on in. I'm talking about Renata's Law. Someone who's been convicted. Okay, let me just say this: a sexual offender. She's wanting for people who has been convicted of domestic violence to have to register, just like a sexual offender has to register. Hi Stewie, hey everybody, come on in. So that's what we're not. Well, you can go to change.org and search Renata's Law, and you can find out more information about it. But the guy who did this to Renata, who took a plea bargain for what happened, got 19 years in prison, and did not go to trial. And Renata's mom wants to try to get this law passed. I guess that way, if somebody starts dating somebody or something, they could be able to look up and see if this person has been convicted of a domestic violence before. So, it wouldn't be good for somebody who was convicted of it, But, it would make people be more cautious, hey, well, this guy's or a woman has had a history of abuse, of abusing people, or in domestic violence. So, it seems like it's a good cause. And I wish her family could have, they wanted the trial. They wanted, to make sure that she got the justice they felt like she deserved. Hey, Floyd Boyd. Y'all come on in. Welcome. But anyway, guys, if y'all get a chance, go to change.org and look at Renata's Law. And if you can, there's a petition that you can sign if you want to. Hey, Carol. But I've been doing a little bit of research on that. The guy who took the plea deal, his name was Vincent Fleming, and it happened here in Letcher County. And her name was Renata Bailey. So yeah, if y'all want to support Renata's Law, go to change.org and search Renata's Law. And then we had a little boy who, the trial hasn't happened yet. I think it's been delayed 3 times from what I read. He was 10 years old, Jaden Spicer. Hey, Chad. And I've been doing a little research on that. I think they're going to go back to court. It may just be a hearing, August the 7th. His mom and stepdad, Felicia Gross and Joshua Gross. You guys should get a chance to look into that case. He was reported missing, and it's alleged that, I heard that it was alleged that his mother, had buried him. I don't know what exactly happened. All that hasn't came out yet that I know of. But yeah, if you get a chance, look up the case for Jaden Spicer. And it's in Breathitt County. And whenever I find out more about it, if they actually do go to court this time, or the hearing, I'll try to pass all that information along to you guys. But yeah, he was 10 years old. I think his grandmother had raised him. And then, I'm not sure exactly, and that's the reason I'm kind of afraid to tell you all, but I think his grandmother had raised him. And whenever she passed away, he went back to his mother and stepfather. But I got to do a little more digging on that to see the exact, exactly, how that happened and stuff. Hey, Dawn, how are you? But yeah, so, there's some interesting cases around here, sad cases around here in my area. And I still haven't heard anything on the Mickey Steins case. The judge, I haven't seen anything on those orders yet. He was I would imagine he'd be coming up pretty soon, that, he would make some kind of decision, whether the trial is going to be held in Letcher County. And there was several different motions he still needs to rule on. So I'm watching for that. If you guys, is there any certain cases that you guys want to hear about? I actually had to pull up for TikTok. I had to pull up the chat through me going in to actually watching my live. That's the only way I can pull up the chat. It's not working through OBS. I think YouTube chat does, but the TikTok chat wasn't working last time, and I didn't get to see who I was coming in and say hey to you. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm still learning all this, and I'm trying to learn the OBS, trying to learn all this. I'm trying to dig into some cases for us. Oh, okay, yeah. Did y'all see where that guy had got arrested when he had went into the Today Show? I think they said Savannah had just left. And that guy came in there saying some, I guess some, I don't know, I think maybe racial slurs, but it was slurs for sure. And he got arrested for that. Like, I don't know what this world's coming to. The more digging that I do, trying to, look into some of these cases, the more I see. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all this stuff is happening in our world today. Like Summer Will's missing. Where is Summer? Where's Sebastian? I mean, they disappear in thin air? No. Somebody has to know something. Where's Nancy? Somebody has to know something. And then this case with the 16 children, somebody had to know them kids were there. They had to see them somehow, I would imagine. And I'd seen a picture had surfaced, of the mother. Her mom had posted it like in 2020. And she had blonde hair and stuff. Elizabeth Spicer, she had blonde hair. She looked looked healthy and stuff then, compared to her mugshot, today. I just don't know what's going on in the world today. What do you guys think? Does it seem like things is so much worse, or is it just because I'm paying more attention to it? It might just be where I'm, maybe things have been. I mean, I guess when I was growing up, we didn't have to worry about the school shootings and stuff. We didn't. I guess, I don't know. Maybe things happened and I just wasn't aware of it when I was younger, Just feels like so much more. To me, it just feels like much more is going on. But guys, I just wanted to get on here and give you all, a little update, where I didn't get to during the week. And let you know that Sebastian's dad, Seth Rogers, did file a lawsuit. And if any additional court filings or official updates are released, I'll be sure to cover them here. And I hope y'all have a great Saturday. And wish me luck. I'm going to try to go out and do some spark this afternoon. Take some spark orders and stuff. Try to save a little extra cash, for my vacation coming up. Hopefully I get to. It's been crazy with spark lately. It's like the orders just pop up and go away real quick. And, you want to look at them and see, if it's worth your time, gas is up now and stuff, you want to look and see if it's going to be worth it for you. They just pop up and go away real quick. Unless you got your finger right there and accept it. I'm hoping it'll be better today, guys. Wish me luck on that. Please wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. Past few weeks, we have one good evening, but we spent, a couple days trying to get orders, and they just go away so quick. So the past few weeks, that hasn't been very great. But I appreciate you guys being here with me. And I thank you all for being a part of the channel. And hopefully, we can get Rain Ops up and running. Get some people who's interested in doing some digging, help me out a little bit. I'll work quite a bit. So don't leave me a whole lot of time for research. But, I think if we all work together and stuff, we can get it done. Well, I'll just keep on doing my best, though, if nobody's really interested in doing that. I mean, Well, I'm always going to try to keep doing my best. But I do really appreciate you all. And thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next update. You have a great day.